Oh no, it's a skeleton from science class!
Oh my god, he's naked.
Hello, procrastinators! I'm joined here with my main man Lawrence, my main man George, and my main man Sam. It's that special time of the month where I get that fuzzy feeling inside my stomach because it's a new We Were Promised video. We were promised cinema video.
That was pretty good. That was a good intro, actually. That was a good intro.
Wow. And also that fuzzy feeling, you should probably get checked out.
Today we're going to watch a video that Sam has picked. Isn't that right, Sam?
Yes. It's one that I'm surprised we haven't done yet. This one is been dubbed the worst film of all time. What do you guys think that this film is?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say The Room.
Yep, that's right. It's Plan 9 from Outer Space.
I was right.
For reference, here is the poster.
Unspeakable horrors from outer space paralyze the living and resurrect the dead. Plan 9 from outer space. Is that a vampire? There are vampires in a sci-fi movie.
Yes, and why not? It's the wonderful world of cinema.
I'm actually really familiar with this film.
Oh, well, there you go.
I haven't seen it, but I know it's it's directed by Ed Wood.
It is. Would you like to let the ladies and gentlemen know who Ed Wood is?
Ed Wood, or Edward D. Wood Jr., is considered one of the worst directors of all time. This is considered the film that he would be remembered for, and he is.
He is, but albeit 2 years after he died, Henry Medved dubbed Plan 9 the worst movie of all time in his 1980 novel, some golden turkey nonsense that nobody really cares about.
Golden turkey nonsense. Right.
It's not called that, but it's something like that.
No, it's called Purple Chicken, guys. It's actually called Purple Chicken and the Green Penguin.
Yeah. If you like, which horror icon appears on the billing of the film?
Looking more closely.
Well, it's a name, George. Do you know who it is?
Bela Lugosi.
Yes. Bela Lugosi is a Hungarian-American actor best known for his portrayal of Dracula in that titled film of 1931.
Children of the night, what music they make.
He's in this, sort of. He died in 1956, 3 years before this film was released.
That's nice.
Ed Wood, in his infinite filmy wisdom, decided to splice... Well, he'd worked with Bella on a previous film. It's to do with vampires and graves and nonsense. That kind of stock footage he put into this film and then cast his wife's chiropractor to play that role and basically instructed him to put a cape over his head so that nobody would notice.
If only they had deep fake technology back then.
This is a kind of early deepfake technology going on here. This is deepfake 1959 style.
Shall we get to started?
Yes. Let us... What's the film?
What?
I started off trying to say something funny, then I just couldn't think of anything.
Oh no! What's going on here?
It's Nosferatu.
Oh my god, you can clearly tell.
Hey, that's not Bela Lugosi. This definitely doesn't look like a set.
Guys, look at that advanced equipment in front of them. Those two semicircles are really advanced. Doesn't sunlight have like a limited range?
I don't know, but I've never been so bored listening to some guy.
Same here.
That was brilliant.
Well, who enjoyed that film?
It did make me laugh, I admit that.
What a response. The response is overwhelming.
George, what did you think?
Well, what did I think? I could not crack my knuckles, god damn it. First of all, there was literally no music. I don't understand. Was music a thing in the 50s?
I think they did have music.
That was quite a bit, but the composer was never credited.
It was like that sort of classic Hollywood movie, you know, the no, do, 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 do.
Ben how would you like to describe what we've just witnessed?
Aliens invade the Earth because we made technology too advanced for our tiny little brains. So to tackle this, the aliens decide to raise the dead from their graves. Then there's constant back and forth fighting between the aliens and the humans and the undead. The aliens decide to take the humans aboard their spaceship and tell them they're inferior, but they've made advanced weaponry. The humans don't like this one bit, so they give them a good ass kicking. And yeah, that's the film.
Basically.
Honestly, I think that synopsis alone was more exciting than the actual film itself.
You really did not like this film, did you, George?
No. To be fair, we have watched movies so far that have either been very poorly planned or with little known experience. This was both. With the previous movies we've watched, there was good intentions behind them. Like, they were intentionally meant to be good, in a sense, but then they couldn't actually achieve the goal they wanted. That's why they've come those bad but good films. This was just bad and bad. I mean, the prop design, the headstones for the graves, that was the first thing that dropped me off. Then there was the crypt. Then there was the costumes. Then there was the fence. The fence alone was bad. I just realised that's the pilot. It just dawned on me.
I've been distracted by the fence in the background.
Oh yeah, no, me too. I noticed that as well. That's why I didn't realise it was the pilot.
I think this film was actually funded by a Baptist church or something like that.
Wow.
It was funded by a Baptist church. My God.
It is. That was one of the 6 facts about this film.
How did he convince the Baptist church to fund the movie?
Well, most of the cast members let themselves be baptized, which was nice. They also had to change the name because it was somewhat satanic in a way, because it was actually billed as grave robbers from outer space, which is a little satanic for the Baptist Church's taste. So now it's Plan 9 from outer space, which begs the question, what are the other 8 plans?
Probably much more effective plans than Plan 9.
Well, exactly, that's what I mean. What is the logical step between they didn't reply to our message, so we're going to assimilate they're dead?
This is like the worst case scenario in not replying to somebody's text.
Yeah.
Basically,
Really
Pretty much.
this is what's going to happen.
Minutes later, the police, led by Inspector
What?
Daniel
It was day, then it was night.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was night and day.
Fact number 2. Wait.
It's on paper. I thought it was a web sheet.
Shut up.
I was actually printed it
Shut
out.
up. I printed it out. I've
amazing.
written it down. Shut up.
I was written it down.
Oh, well, sue me for using pen and paper, alright? Jesus Christ. The detective who pointed the gun at himself several times, he did it deliberately to see if Edward noticed. He didn't.
What, the man scratching himself with his gun?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, he
that-
pointed
I
his
actually
guns
did not
there
know
several
that.
times.
I actually didn't know that.
Why? Oh my God! He's scratching his neck with his gun. Just misfires. Boom.
Bang!
Number 3, Mela Nurmi. She's credited as Vampira.
Oh, Vampira.
Vampira, whatever it was paid $200 for her appearance. She insisted that the character be mute, as she didn't care much for the dialogue. And who can blame her, really?
Yeah,
Because
that was probably the best decision she made.
what did you guys think of the dialogue?
One thing sure, Inspector Clay's dead. Murdered. And somebody's responsible.
It was something to behold.
What was the line of dialogue when they were talking about? Oh God, I'm just trying to think back to the film now. Maybe I've repressed it. They said something about that town may be small, but it's full of people.
Then they attacked a town. A small town, I'll admit, but nevertheless a town of people. People who died.
I mean, the dialogue, like the exposition, was like they're filling the audience with every little detail that could possibly be.
Yeah,
Can you go in the grave? What do you mean? Actually go in the grave? Yeah, go in the grave. Oh, I'm a bit frightened to go in the grave. Oh, I guess I will go in the grave then. It actually gave me secondhand embarrassment for the actors.
Second-hand embarrassment.
Really?
My
Yeah,
God.
that's exactly what it does, actually. That's a good point, Ben.
They're like genuinely good actors. Some of them were.
Have one of the boys take the guy and the girl back to town. You take charge.
But the plot was so crazy that it was hard to take seriously.
It was just so dull or boring. Like the pilot. I think you've mentioned earlier some of the factors. Like he did not seem phased at all with the fact that he's going into a grave to look for like these ghoul things and an aliens.
Yeah, he didn't seem too bothered about, like, the flying saucer as he was to somebody's defiled a grave.
Yeah. Because it was a Christian film.
Was that necessary?
Fact number 4. Joanna Lee, who played the female alien, disowned any involvement in the film.
Even though she's one of the main like side characters that you can see in multiple scenes.
I felt like kind of sorry for her in a way, because like, you know, like the male aliens and stuff, they were telling her how to use the guns and stuff all the time and explaining how these things worked to her because she was a woman.
Like, I did point that out earlier. The fact was that it was the 50s.
At the end, it's like, that's enough, woman, and throws her across the room.
I know that. And the thing is, she was even like on his side as well.
How then is it mad that one planet must destroy another who threatens the very existence? Enough!
Get up. Quiet, woman.
Fact number 5. To save money, the same shower curtain was used throughout the movie, including the door to the alien cockpit to unveil the bomb, and the aeroplane cockpit, and it was used once as a shower curtain.
Oh my god, that is like, I feel like that's the one prop they had to reuse. Not the guns, not the headstones, not the cockpit. No, it was the shower curtain.
Absolutely. I mean, you could see all the creases and stuff from
Oh yeah,
when they've
it adds
used it.
character. Did you not realise that? It adds character to the props.
Oh, now you're defending the film.
Yeah. It adds character. Like
guy.
when Bela Lugosi's body double is like holding that sheet over his face, that adds character.
It does. It adds so much character, guys.
I guess the 6th fact is that this is Ed Wood's pride and joy, this film.
His magnum opus. if
Yeah,
you will.
you got to give it to him.
Indeed.
They actually got the film done.
That's true, actually. And this is his 3rd film he made. The first film he made, at least according to the biopic, was called Glen or Glenda, which was absolutely panned. No one wanted to like work with him again. And then he made another horrible film called, I forget. Sam, do you know what Ed Wood's 2nd film was called by any chance?
I did, but I've completely forgotten.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm going to put it here. He had a really bad reputation like after those first 2 films, so for him to get this 3rd film made was actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, perhaps that's why I had to get the Baptist Church involved.
Well, I think the Baptist Church wouldn't get involved with his next movie, Necromania: A Tale of Weird Love.
No.
Brilliant.
I think this is a porno.
I think you know what? I think he did make some porn
You know,
movies.
you're absolutely right, it is.
Yeah, that's probably how he could make his money.
The next one is like undergraduate. I'm like, yeah, that's a porno.
I'll save those for later.
Legitimately, it looks like most of his work after that is just porn.
Oh, that's a bit sad.
Considering the titles alone, like Panty Girls, uncredited, Drop Hot Wife, The Cocktail Hostess, Wives at Play, Wet and Wild, everything through the 70s is just nothing but porn titles.
Aw.
Big John Part 1 and Part 2.
Jeez Louise.
It would seem that the Wolfman would have you for his own.
Can we talk about the military scene with the stock footage firing at the aliens?
Yeah.
You could tell that was so, like, there was a lot of stock footage used in this, but that was so blatantly, obviously stock.
Well, the military equipment was quite overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's like, it was weird how missiles can turn into sparklers so quickly.
It kept cutting back to like this general. He had like a sky background.
The thing is, though, I don't even think it was a sky. I think it was just a wall as well.
Oh, really?
It was just a wall that happened to look like a sky.
Oh my god. It's just brilliant. It really is brilliant.
Thank you, George. It is a brilliant film. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's like an anime.
Yeah, pretty much.
My guns seem to have no effect.
Yeah, they're immune to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage from non-magical attacks.
Yes. This is obviously the quintessential of so bad it's good cinema. Obviously, Tim Burton's biopic, Ed Wood, is characteristically kind of... It's a good film, right? It's what's a good film. And this film that we've just watched is a bad film. But both, you could arguably say, are... like, yeah, they kind of entertain both at kind of high levels. It kind of begs the important question, what makes a movie, like, good or bad anyway, if both are as kind of entertaining as each other in different ways?
Different ways of having entertainment, I guess.
There's a certain charm, like, and well, the kind of basic, what's entertaining? I mean, if the objective of a film is to entertain, then who cares how it's done?
This film makes me want to throw away my antidepressants.
Okay, I'm afraid I would disagree with Ben on this sense, because this whole thing about charm and flavour I would strongly disagree with. Hercules in New York, that had charm. Donkey King, had charm.
No, it didn't. Fuck off.
It had charm. You know it did.
Washing the clothes, washing the clothes, washing the clothes, washing the clothes.
Even Showdown Tokyo had charm. This had nothing. It was so cardboard cutout. Like, I didn't feel anything for this. Yeah, literally. They're like, that's not even a joke. That's actually realistic.
This had so much more charm than Donkey King.
This
sorry.
has heaps of charm.
This had so much charm.
No, I did not enjoy. No, the only reason this film was actually entertaining was the sheer fact that I could literally just poke holes in this entire thing, and then you guys just laugh at the fact that I got annoyed with all the inconsistencies. This has not been entertaining. This has been.
It is entertaining. It's charming. It's what excites people about cinema.
Watching me get wind up.
It's what cinema's all about. It's what cinema's all about.
The essence of a story, and then executing it how you, as a person, see fit.
So's a porno, but everyone complains about them, don't they?
He poured his heart into this.
It was a passion project. Like, this wasn't just
passion project.
This wasn't just like some soulless film that was made to make money. It was a passion project. So I don't agree. I mean, you can see just the charm in it, and you can see the passion that Ed Wood is like putting in it.
He's got all of these massive, high budget ideas, and he's like, he obviously hasn't got access to that budget, so he doesn't give up. He goes out and buys little toy flying saucers, sticks like a block of wood on the bottom with fishing rods and stuff, and it makes the whole thing like, oh, that's really sweet. He's bloody well tried, and he's made a film, and he wanted to tell a story in a particular way, and unfortunately it was pretty crap. He tried.
It was absolutely crap. Yeah,
that's what filmmaking's all about.
Yeah.
It's not about the quality of the film, it's about giving it a go.
I was just going to say, I feel more disappointed in myself because the sheer fact is I felt more grief and pity for the fact that I've just missed 10 minutes of recording footage than watching this entire movie.
Wait, what's happened? Were you not recording?
No, it ran out. You know how my camera goes on a 20-minute timer? We've been recording half an hour. So the last 10 minutes.
I'll tell you what, guys, it doesn't matter if your video didn't record because that's part of the charm.
I am going to walk away, Lawrence. I swear to God, I am not doing that. There's nothing. It's Saturn.
It's the mother tit.
The mother. Oh, come on, have some originality.
That was original.
Okay.
That was pretty good. Final tangent. The chief of police guy who turned into a zombie. He's kind of what I imagine Tony Philadelphia to look like.
I can assure you right now, Tony does not look that. All right, he works out. He works at the local mechanics. He enjoys his bread sandwiches and he enjoys his Fallujah.
His
and
bread
he doesn't
sandwiches.
Mess with nobody.
Well, as a
bread sandwiches. He likes
sandwiches that don't have bread in them.
Hey, don't mess with his flavors, okay? He likes it simple. He likes it fresh, okay?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I don't know why that's so
Wow, they really enjoyed this one, didn't they?
I just pictured one piece of bread but covered with two other pieces of bread. And it's just
That's exactly what a bread sandwich is.
A sandwich in my favourite flavour. Plain.
What are we meant to be talking about? Pan Knife from Outer Space.
What about the old man, like near the start?
Oh, Bela Lugosi.
That was funny.
Where he picks up a rose and then he sort of goes off screen. Then you hear a tyre screeching sound. He got hit by a car on the pavement or on his lawn.
Yeah, at least the student film has to explain what the heck happened. That just made no bloody sense.
They don't have to make sense. Nothing has to make sense.
Well, in this case it did, because what the heck happened? It just happened.
It's a freak accident.
Freak accident. He walked onto he walked over to the fence of his neighbour's house and he just died because a car broke it.
He was grief-stricken with the loss of his wife.
Oh yes, I'm gonna go walk off into my gardens and die. Yeah, that's exactly how he did.
He committed suicide.
Yes.
He's not a dog.
Dogs don't commit suicide.
No, but they do leave but they do abandon their owners close to death because they do not want to make them feel sad.
Oh, that's wholesome, I guess.
What is going on?
And what was everyone's overall thoughts then? Let's wrap this.
Out of 10.
And that
2 out of 10.
Well, put it this way, considering the last 3 movies we watched, it was the only time I've literally got on my phone and looked at more interesting stuff on Instagram. Alright?
So you weren't even paying attention.
Yeah, exactly.
You weren't paying attention.
I couldn't pay attention. It was awful. It was like watching that thing where you think like, oh, son, I found this really cool thing. Maybe we can watch this together. All right, yeah, that's a great idea. Just like pretend to watch my screen for Instagram. That's what it felt like. This was so dull.
I make all of these notes for you, John. I do all of this for you.
IMDb. Why do you have to write them down?
George, I didn't even do that for Donkey King. I sat through the whole thing.
No one cares. Donkey King, you shit. It was shit. I've got pages and pages of fucking notes. Look, and George was on Instagram. Instagram. Give up.
I think just cut here. We're done.
No, we haven't got our reviews yet, George. this isn't the George Tate
This
show.
is not about you. This is no longer about you.
Great.
Your stupid minds! Stupid! Stupid!
To give George some credit, there were some moments in the film that were really fucking tedious to sit through, especially the part where he was just going on and on about, you know, the sun rays and, oh, you're going to create a bomb that's like powered by the sun or whatever the fuck he said. I don't fucking know. But there were some enjoyable bits in it, and I think I like it more because of its sort of cultural impact. Like, this is the quintessential so bad that it's good film. I think for that regard, I'm going to give this between a 6 and a 7.
Much better. Ben?
It's not a great movie per se, but it is an entertaining one. My mind had a bit of trouble understanding the plot at times, but it did make me laugh quite a lot.
Especially the skeleton bit. But that was probably the funniest bit.
Oh no, it's a skeleton from science class.
My God, he's naked.
I mean, it did have charm, I'd say that, because it was pretty amateurish.
Oh, yeah.
That's what kind of made it, you know, good in a sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
What are you giving it out of 10?
Probably a 6, I'd say. I think it was genuinely like one of the worst films I've ever seen, but it did make me laugh quite a lot, more than I expected to.
And now finally, the Sam boy.
Do you know what? For the reasons that I've tried to explain to George, but he was on Instagram, I thought it was really kind of a charming film, and it kind of takes you back to what we have kind of like as dreams as filmmakers in a way. Like, you just want like this kind of little story that you have like space. I'm going to make a film about aliens and alien invasions and stuff, so I'm going to go and buy some flying saucers from the supermarket and we'll go and make a film. You can kind of only admire that in a way, so it's got to be a 7.5 for me.
At the end of the day, if there's one thing we need to take away from this film, it's that George is outvoted.
I knew it. I was like, wait for it. There it is.
Sorry, was it really that obvious?
Oh, it was so obvious, mate. It was so obvious. Just like the plot of this movie.
What do you mean? How was it obvious? Like, we none of us knew what the fuck was going on.
It's kind of like one of those plots you hear like your stoner mate coming up with. And it's like, hey dude, I got this idea for a film, man.
That's like, you explained it like that. I completely agree. What in good lord have we just watched?
That was another
Tales of Interest.
I was about to say that.
My God, that was an absolute
flaming pile of
nightmare.
garbage.
That was probably the most tedious film we've seen so far.
Definitely.
I'd go as far to say that's probably the worst film I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
Personally.
Yeah.
If you did enjoy this video, ladies and gentlemen,
I don't blame you if you didn't.
Yeah. There it is. Please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you really want to. I'm not trying again.
Yeah, if George's just going to be on Instagram the whole time.
Try something a bit more modern. I might be more interested then. How's that help?
No, that's just stupid. You're stupid. Go away.
I think we should end it there.